So apparently, I need to figure out how to eat more, or else I'm gonna keep losing weight. So we're gonna accomplish that, hopefully, probably not, but we're gonna do bagel pizzas. So I'm gonna do them a couple of different ways. Let me turn my oven on. We're gonna do 3 different ways, actually. So we're gonna do like a normal pepperoni one, and then we're gonna do kind of basically a margarita style one, and then we'll do a buffalo chicken one. And I'm gonna do 2 of each, because leftovers. So I got some Carb Smart bagels. So the first 2 are gonna be pretty simple, just a basic pepperoni one. I got some pizza sauce. All of these pizzas are gonna have shredded mozzarella on them. And then I got some Italian seasoning that I'll put on it. And I always like to put some grated Parmesan on it. And so then I got some uncured pepperoni. I'm gonna go ahead and put pizza sauce on 2 of them. And I'm probably putting about 2 tablespoons of pizza sauce on each. Just enough to cover it. It doesn't need to be a lot, just enough to cover it. You don't need it like spewing over, just enough to give it some love, okay? And like I said, some mozzarella cheese. And the nice thing is, the serving size for this is about 15 pepperonis. Ain't no way 15 are fitting on this. So I'm gonna do like 5, which will also be nice because it's still way less than the serving size. But then I'm gonna take this and shred just a little bit over the top, and then just a little bit of Italian seasoning. Bam, that's the first one. Okay, on to the second one. The second one, we're gonna do a margarita style pizza. And for this, I am gonna still use some of the tomato sauce. I forget what style it is. I've heard it 1,000 times. I don't think it's Neapolitan, but it's where they make like the tomato sauce and they turn it into like a paste almost, or even like a powder, where they like cook it down so much that it almost turns into like chunky salsa. I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna just do a little light amount just to give it some love. Okay. And again, some mozzarella cheese. And this makes for a great lunch prep. And honestly, it makes for a great dinner prep too. Okay, and then I got some cherry tomatoes. And all I'm gonna do is slice them down the middle and then slice them one more time. That way they don't take up the whole pizza, and just kind of place them around. Probably gonna do about 2, these are good sized grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. And so I'm just gonna put, bam, there's that. And then I got some fresh basil leaves. I'm just gonna kind of tear them into chunks. And I'm doing 2 good sized basil leaves on each one. We're doing rustic. That's what we're doing. We're doing rustic. That'll make it sound not fancy at all. And then again, just a little bit of grated parm over this. And I'm not gonna put Italian seasoning on these 2 because they already got basil on them. We're not really aiming for herbaceous today. Although I'm sure it wouldn't matter. If you want to, go for it. If you don't, it doesn't have to. Okay, and now for the fun one. All right, so for this guy, I cheated. I got some deli pulled chicken. Usually it's probably just their rotisserie chicken. For 2 of them, I'm probably gonna take close to a cup, because then we're gonna dice it. And if you want to, you can throw some chicken thighs with like a little bit of salt and pepper and maybe some garlic in a crock pot for 4 hours. And do it that way if you want. But that should be more than enough. So we're gonna throw this in our bowl. Okay, and then we're gonna add, since, you know, 2, we're doing 2 tablespoons of light ranch. So, you know, 1 and 1. And then same thing, 2 tablespoons, 1 and 1 of whatever wing sauce you want. I'm using medium. Bam. And then I changed my mind. I'm also going to chop some green onion, about 2 tablespoons worth, and we're going to mix some of it in there. And then I'll also chop some up to garnish it with once it's done cooking. Some of that, set this off to the side. And we're going to set this guy off to the side as well. Okay, give this a good mix. I'm going to add just a little bit more hot sauce to mine. I like mine spicy. I like heat, but I also like flavor. But when it comes to buffalo, I like my heat. And this is also going to act as our sauce base as well. So then, spread her on there. I'm excited. I haven't made bagel pizzas in a hot minute. So I'm a little excited about this. And we're gonna load this bad puppy up. And I'll put measurements and everything and whatnot in the description below for you guys, as I always do, or try to do, if I remember. I'm sure I've forgotten on a few videos, that's okay. We live and we learn. Okay. Probably could have done a little bit more chicken, but that's fine. A little bit of mozzarella, okay, just enough to cover the top. And then a little bit Parm on this guy. All right, and there you have it. 3 different styles of bagel pizzas. I'm gonna throw this in my oven at 425 for at least 8 minutes, possibly 10 minutes, just until the cheese melts on everything. And then the bagel gets nice and toasted. So, like I said, 8 to 10 minutes, 425. Let's throw her in. So excited. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, look at that. So, real quick, while it's still hot, for the buffalo one, put a little bit of extra green onion on there, just for some love. Okay, and then for the margarita one, I decided I'm gonna put just a little bit of olive oil on top. Just a little bit, not a lot, not a full tablespoon, just a little dabble to give it some love. But there, we have some pizzas. Let's try them out, see which one we like the best. All right, so we'll start with the basic guy first. Do the pepperoni one. All right, cheers. The bagel's got a nice chew to it for being a Carb Smart bun or a Carb Smart bread. I don't know why I keep saying buns, maybe because I've used the hamburger buns so many times, but it's got a nice chew to it. The bagel's not dry by any means. But yeah, it's nice little pepperoni pizza. So now, let's try the margarita pizza one. This one looks delicious. I'm gonna go for this side. I mean, like, just, yeah. Cheers. Adding the pizza sauce made a big difference. Again, it keeps it from being a dry pizza, and the basil's a nice touch. It's a nice, light, refreshing pizza, to be quite honest. Adding just a little bit of that olive oil on top, that is not bad. And then the cherry tomatoes add nice pop. All right, now for the fun one, the almighty buffalo chicken pizza. Woo! Oh yeah, that is quite delicious. Now, I think next time, what I'm gonna do is, to kind of help the bagel out a little bit, is put a little bit of the ranch on the bagel itself, but then still mix it in with the chicken and the hot sauce. It's surprisingly not a very, like, when I say heavy, I mean like rich, or like you take a bite and you're like, man, I'm gonna eat half of this and be incredibly full. Like, it's a pretty hefty bagel still, obviously weight-wise, but like sitting in your stomach, it actually feels kind of nice. It's actually kind of feels like a very light, yummy bagel. But the hot sauce is just what makes it, and I never would have thought to put buffalo sauce on a bagel. And I'm glad that I put the cheese over top of everything, because it kept everything nice and moist. But this might be my new favorite way to have a bagel. So I'm probably gonna go buffalo chicken, then pepperoni, then margarita, just because you can't leave out the classics high and dry like that. But there you have it. They were both delicious. Bagel pizza's done 3 different ways. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that sub button and notification button. Make sure you throw a comment down below. Share this with your friends, family. And as always, peace out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!